Good morning, everyone. Probably wondering, Jas, where have you been for so long? You haven't made any videos. I know, well actually maybe you weren't even thinking that, but now that I've popped up on your YouTube feed, you might be thinking that and wondering, yeah, actually, this guy hasn't made a video for like 6 months, but I am planning to get back on track and posting regular content. So for those of you who don't know, I started this channel pretty much during COVID lockdown, and I decided to make videos purely based on content that I thought would be helpful and content that I wish I could have had access to when I was either a medical student or a junior doctor. But as life has it and as my career has progressed, you know, kind of the demands of work and everything that like along those lines have kind of increased, and it's kind of made it a bit harder to make regular videos. So I do apologize, you know, to all the subscribers for not having regular content out all the time. But my plan is, like I said, to kind of get back into the swing of things and making regular content, hopefully posting, you know, once a week. So this video basically is just going to be a bit of a life update, kind of catch you up on things and kind of what I'm planning on doing going into the future, and kind of what kind of videos I plan to be making as well. Alright, so now first things first. My radiology career so far has been a bit of an adventure. So for those of you who don't know or haven't seen any of my previous videos, I finished my radiology training at the beginning of 2021. I then kind of went into a consultant radiologist role at a private practice. Did that for a year and then kind of decided that I wanted to upskill a bit more, and then ended up doing a musculoskeletal radiology fellowship, because you know, yay for upskilling. But for the past 10 months I've been in Sydney working as a consultant radiologist in a private practice. Now this has been a great learning experience, and I've had the privilege of working with some great colleagues and patients. And I always maintain kind of working at various, you know, different hospitals, different practices and stuff like that. It's always good to kind of learn about different workplace cultures, how different companies or hospitals run things and do things, and you know, the priorities of different businesses. It's always kind of good information to, you know, pick up on, and really kind of just helps you to build as a professional as well. And this practice has been no different. Now let's talk about the fun stuff. I've been lucky enough to squeeze in a few holidays this year, a few overseas trips, which have been pretty enjoyable. Now my first trip of the year, and one of the highlights, was my trip to Japan, which I did at the beginning of the year. Look, that's me with a deer. There's a snow monkey. Not only did I hit the slopes with the constant fear that I might potentially rupture my ACL, you know, being a good MSK radiologist, that's kind of pretty much all I thought about the entire time. Thankfully, I walked away A-okay. So no injuries to report, which is a big relief. I also met some cool people in Japan, and then also ate lots of ramen, which was amazing. But most importantly, I got to go to Harry Potter World at Universal Studios. And if you don't like Harry Potter, we probably can't be friends. But why stop there, right? So a few months after Japan, I was lucky enough to go to Bali, which is in Indonesia, for a week of relaxation and soaking up some sun. The beaches, the food, the people, and the culture left me feeling rejuvenated and ready to tackle more MRIs and joint injections. And then a few months after that came my European expedition. Now I know what you're thinking, Jas, there's no way that you worked that hard that you had to go overseas again. And yeah, you're probably right, but you know, a career in radiology is pretty great. Even as I was boarding the plane to head to Europe, I kind of took a brief moment of silence, kind of thought about all my friends who are surgeons and that were probably operating right now. And then I kind of stepped onto the plane and then forgot about them and, you know, was ready to have a great time. First, I jetted off to Vienna, where the art and history literally swept me off my feet. And I say literally because I was walking along, kind of staring up at all this beautiful architecture, looking at this like massive parliament building, just kind of taking it all in, just walking along the footpath. And apparently there was stairs in front of it, so I kind of walked up and then kind of tripped on the ledge of that and kind of fell onto the stairs in front, like right next to the security guard. So that was a good first impression on Vienna. Hopefully they'll have me back, but that was amazing. Next, I went to Budapest and the thermal baths there, which apparently is the perfect remedy for radiologists' bones. Even though it was 35 degrees outside, it was still pretty cool, and I had a really great time. But most importantly, Budapest and Hungary was the location of the Hungarian Grand Prix this year, which I was fortunate enough to go to, and also able to witness basically the one qualification or one part of the racing aspect all year which Max did not win. Lewis got pole, and that was amazing. Then after that, I headed to Oxford and London, where I was fortunate enough to just go hang out with some family and friends. My best friend Millen is also over there, currently conquering Oxford University, and so that was great to catch up with him as well. All right, then that takes me to my next holiday. Lol jokes, I didn't go on another holiday, but you probably thought that I did, because you know, hashtag radiology. Now you're probably wondering what's next on my agenda. Well, drum roll please. Go on, do it. I've decided to kind of resign from the current position that I have at my practice in Sydney, and I've decided to move back to my hometown of Adelaide. Now for those of you who don't know what an Adelaide is, it is a city that's located in South Australia, so the bottom of Australia, famously known as the hometown of famous physicist Sir Mark Oliphant and astronaut Andy Thomas. So that just tells you how cool of a place it actually is. But in all seriousness, it is a mix of kind of excitement and nostalgia. Can't wait to go back to the hometown, or like the town where I grew up, to be closer to my family and friends. Most importantly, to be closer to all the, you know, famous wineries. But hold on, let's not kid ourselves. I've got a mountain of kind of packing and organizing to sort out before I move. Literal chaos right now, trying to organize everything. And if you could see the state of my living room, you'd probably have a good laugh. Kind of looks like something you'd see on that show called Hoarders, and I'm happy to share with you a quick photo demonstrating how much progress I've made with the packing so far. So there you have it, the whirlwind that has been my life. Radiology adventures to monkey encounters, and a new chapter on the horizon. It's been interesting to say the least. I just wanted to thank you for your patience while I haven't been posting as regularly. Like I said, I'm planning to kind of turn that around and start posting regular content again. Your comments and messages do mean a lot to me, and I do try to reply to as many as I can. Also, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Rowan. He's the first subscriber that managed to recognize me while I was sitting at a random pub in Adelaide, kind of waiting to catch up with one of my buddies. My mate was actually like 25 minutes late, so I was kind of just sitting there like a loser by myself. And this is the time that Rowan kind of saw me and came up to me. So I'm kind of glad my friend did turn up eventually, so it does look like I do have some friends. Or a friend, because you know, the last thing I need is my radiology rep to kind of go lower, so you know. Any hoops, I'll be going back to the madness of packing boxes and bubble wrap, but thanks for tuning in for this life update. Like I said, I'll get back into posting regular videos. If you have any ideas, please message me, or you know, leave a comment of any videos that you would like to see, and I'll probably be happy to make them. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.